Hey everybody, welcome back to the homestead. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I built my Muscadine Trellis for a future vineyard that I'm planning on having here at the homestead. I took a lot of good ideas from a lot of good YouTubers, a lot of things that I've seen online. I made them a little bit simpler. I made them work for the stuff that I had. So let's take a look and see how I got it done. All right, so we've got our T-posts. These are a little bit different T-posts. They're U-posts actually, and they have holes and hooks. Not really gonna use the hooks, I think, but we're gonna use the holes for sure. So you notice he's a little bit of an angle, and that's by design because I'm planning on pulling a lot of tension on these. So we're gonna use the flexibility or the muscle memory of the metal to always have a constant tension on top of the tensioner that we're going to put on. So go ahead and start pounding away, Jackson. Make sure you get that good and under. Okay, we'll see if that was the right call here in a second after we start stringing it. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We'll be right back.
All right, so we have our wire right here, and we're gonna do this with one strand. So I'm gonna take this wire, go to the other side, and bring it back. And
all right.
We want it about
18 inches apart.
Yeah.
All right, so just in case for you at home, we're using a 1/16 vinyl coated cable. It's 250 feet. We're going to probably use about 100 of it. So let's get moving.
Yep.
All right. Jackson's going to walk, and I'm going to sit back and be the lazy dad and just hold this thing. Whoa, Jackson, do you have your... We'll be right back. All right, we're back in business. I got a socket, and I put a wrench and put this in here so he can pull through and it won't affect anything. Look at that pace. Incredible, incredible. So if you look, it's gonna go straight down all of the muscadines. So we've got this centered pretty dang good. If they have to contort a little bit, it's not gonna be a problem. We've actually had a lot of rain, so they've sunk in a little since we planted them. Do you remember which one, Jackson? So from the top, hole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th hole. Okay, and then go to the top, and then walk on back. He's giving himself a little bit of slack. I feel like I'm getting on a fishing trip or something. Starting to get tight now? All right, we'll be back after we get it over here. All right, so we've got the 2 strands on one loop. We just looped it on the other side. I'm gonna come back behind here on this lower portion, and I'm gonna cut it. Maybe. Ugh.
Cut it?
Jackson's gonna try to cut it. We didn't have really the right tool for the job, but we'll see if we can get it. All right, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
All right, so we just got the string cut, and then after we did that, we took this off, put a coupler on it, and then brung it back through. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the other side of this, stick it through this hole right above it, try your best here. You're gonna stick it through that coupler, but be careful, these little wires may poke you. You can't get them through.
Once we get it through, we'll show you what it looks like.
All right, so now you're gonna tighten it as tight as you can, trying to just give just something like that. And then you're gonna take this crimping tool I have right here, and you're gonna, for this, we're gonna use a third one, or the one with the number 3 on it. And then crimp it. And what that does...
Do it both sides, please.
Both sides?
Yep.
What this is gonna do is make sure that it stays nice and tight.
If you don't have one of these tools, you can use some like channel locks or some vice grips or something that really just needs to get compressed so that it can't get out and it's nice and tight. We'll show you the next step now. All right, so now the job is to get it as tight as we can before we make our final cuts. So Jackson's pulling the lower section through as tight as he can. Once the lower section's through, then I'll pull the upper section as high as I can, and we'll show you what it's gonna look like when we're tightening it. The idea is we can push on these with some force and create that kind of resistance, that elastic memory resistance in the metal.
All right, so we got this I-beam. It has a bolt on the other side of it, and we connected that to the U-post, and then we got this tensioner that we're going to use to basically pull the wire so it's nice and tight.
All right, now that we got both sides super tight, we're going to crimp this down. All right, I'm gonna release my pressure. Whew, and it's staying, and it's pretty dang tight. All right, and now if we get to a point where we want to tighten it down anymore because it starts to sag, we just twist the coupler until it's tight. We don't need to do that right now though because it's pretty dang tight. If it ends up getting even looser, what we can do in the long run is just cut the cable, tighten it some more, put a new coupler on, and we're good to go. But that's it for the tensioning. Now we're going to put some support wires or support brackets on these T-posts that are in the middle just to keep it from having too much constant weight on this wire. All right, so these are just regular T-post, like kind of for wire fencing mounts. They really work well. And all they're going to do is just add some of the support to this area. But it sure does beat drilling a hole in it. So we're going to do, we got 2 T-posts out here. We're going to do both of them like this just to add that tension and support. All right, there you have it, guys. There's my helper Jackson. We got this set up, about 100 feet of trellis. Working time, it probably only took us like 20 minutes, but we were missing quite a few things, so it took a little longer. But this should last. It should hopefully work for us. If it doesn't, then it was pretty simple and we can always try again. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Follow us if you want to see these muscadines grow and you want to see our YouTube channel grow, and we'll catch you on the next video.
See you guys.
Bye.